Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be teaching you about a very simple concept. And most things are simple when you apply them. But this is going to help you get started. Um, Not only get started, but stay consistent when you are trying to do something that's difficult. So a lot of people, they struggle with gaining or losing weight. Can't put on enough pounds. I'm struggling to lose weight. And where we start from that place is the actual state is frustration. We use shame and anger. Shame comes from an expectation. So you see a guy, you see a girl who looks how you want to look. You may see somebody on social media, television, and you want to look like that. You want that shape, that physique. And so you get a membership, you start working out, and you realize that the results aren't coming as quick or as fast as you like. And so you use anger and shame to motivate yourself in order to get the goal. And that's not a recipe, that's not a strategy to help you get there. That's a form of abuse. And so a lot of people quit. We stop, we give up because we're tired of the punishment that accompanies shame and anger. So what's another strategy that we can use? We can use self-compassion. So what does that look like? Self-compassion is showing empathy towards yourself, the way that you would show a friend. If a friend came to you and was asking you for advice on what they should do next, whether you're a subject expert or not, and you saw them putting in effort, you saw them struggling, you would support them, you would encourage them, you would talk to them kindly, or just look at a little toddler trying to walk, 1 or 2-year-old toddler is trying to walk. Think of how you respond to them, their attempts, their struggles. You don't shame them. You don't get angry and yell at them. So we can use this perspective for ourselves. So instead of becoming angry and shaming ourselves for not taking action, we can be compassionate. And that will actually create a solid foundation and will keep us moving forward on a health journey or any journey. Beating yourself up is never an ingredient, because along the journey you're going to have ups and downs as you're moving, and you can't put any amount of or significance on any step of the journey. Sometimes as you're moving forward, you're going to be taking a few steps back. And so I want to sort of shift your focus on setting the goal and then focusing on the effort. So set the target. I want to be more healthy, or I want to put on X number, or whatever your target is. You set the target and then you detach from it and you focus on the effort. And you accept the fact that I'm going to have some really good days. I will have some really good days. I will be making progress. And I'll also experience setbacks. There'll also be disappointments. There'll also be times where I don't want to do it. There'll be times where I just don't feel like it. And so we have to accept both of these realities, and with the understanding that we're our biggest cheerleader. And we do that with the foundation of self-compassion, so showing that compassion to ourselves along at the beginning of the journey, regardless of what happens, come hell or high water, the highs or the lows, this is how I'm going to treat myself. the good days and the bad days, and you raise the expectation. You raise the standard. I'm not going to treat myself in an abusive manner if I don't make perceived progress, because it's all perception. To someone at the end of that journey, looking back, what you may see as a setback or you taking 2 steps back is not. It's not at all. Not from that vantage point. And the steps that you thought were progress and moving forward, they may be minimal from that vantage point. So depending on where you're at in your journey, everything is valuable. Everything is valuable. And so what you must be consistent with is introducing self-compassion to yourself the way you would to a friend who's trying. And that's all that's in your control, is the effort that you put in to the thing. The commitment that you make at the start. So I'm going to talk on another video about decision, commitment, and consistency. But they're intertwined. But the commitment that you make and moving forward. You move forward with self-compassion and forgiveness. Forgiveness. Okay? So I'm going to end with that. So if you're going to start a fitness journey, just to recap, if you're going to start a fitness journey, you want to make sure at the beginning you want a solid foundation. That foundation is built upon self-compassion for yourself, the actual doer, the one who's doing the work. You will not get far if you're beating yourself up. Okay? You will not get far. That recipe of self-abuse got you to where you're at now. And so in order to get to where you want to go, you need a new recipe. Okay? And I'm inviting you to try to implement self-compassion. Okay? And see what'll get you there. Okay? You have to first accept and love the person at the beginning. Right? And in another area, if you accept people for where they are, that has a greater chance of influencing them as opposed to trying to change them at the start. So if I want to get someone to do something, I show love, acceptance, and appreciation for what they've already done, who they already are now. I highlight those strengths, right? And minimize those weak areas. And I put them in a good light, because most often other people are showcasing the things that they do wrong, and they're even doing it to themselves. So if that works, if that strategy works for other people, apply it to yourself. Be compassionate to yourself. Talk about your own strengths. Minimize your weaknesses. Celebrate yourself. Be forgiving of yourself, and allow yourself to take the next step. Because shame and anger will get in your way all the time. Okay? So that was an extended recap. Hope you found this valuable, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.